Well, good morning. This is Leanne on my YouTube channel. Welcome, Leanne Mazaran, YouTube.com. YouTube channel. Anyway, I am out walking on a beautiful Sunday morning in Florida. It's very cool today. The temperature is probably in the 50s, maybe. I'm a little chilly. Got my little reflective mittens on and my matching headband that I got yesterday at the discount store because I knew it's getting colder in the mornings and darker, so I wanted to be seen to make sure that I wasn't run over. If you've listened to any of my previous videos, you know that I usually comment on how fast people are moving when they're trying to get to work on time, to the point where they scare me when I'm walking or make me worry that they might hit one of the dogs that I'm walking. So part of that always starts off my series and reminds me to tell you about how peaceful my mornings are now, because I used to be one of those people rushing to get to the office at a specific time to start the day so I'm not in violation of my employment contract or my hours that I'm allowed to work for the week. Allowed to work. Hours that I'm allowed to work for the week. I mean, that concept just is so removed from my current vocabulary. I'm self-employed and have been, well, it'll be a year this January. And right now it's about almost November 15th. So in about 2 more weeks, I'll have about a month and a half, I'll have my 1-year anniversary. And it's been a great year. I can't tell you how much has changed. In fact, I wanted to talk to you about some of that today. Today's topic of conversation is called pain. And the reason I want to talk about pain is because it shapes our lives. There's different kinds of pain, physical pain, emotional pain, and just chronic pain. And I wanted to briefly touch on each of those things in a general sense first, and then maybe in the next series go a little deeper on each one. But in general, pain is part of our emotional guidance system for us as we walk through this world. In many regards, pain is trying to tell us something. And the continuation of pain is sometimes when we are not listening. For example, let's take the chronic stress of going to a job we don't like every day, day in, day out, maybe staying in an unfulfilling relationship for the sake of the children, or living with physical pain that we don't have a cure for, and just endlessly medicating or surgically attempting to eradicate the pain from our lives. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a big fan of Western medicine, but I'm not saying that it doesn't work to save lives and things. But what I am getting at, in some regards with physical pain, is simply the idea that you should pay attention to it, and not just in the sense of having a complaint, like a symptom. Oh, gee, my knee hurts. Let's take some painkillers. Let's stop moving around. Let's forever become sedentary or have our lives change permanently because we're getting older or something. These are all conclusions that most of us as Americans will draw when we get some kind of a symptom of pain. Others of us will stop, meditate, try to find out what the pain is telling us. It simply doesn't always have to do with a physical condition in the body. Your cartilage is wearing out, your arthritis is kicking in. It isn't always that. Sometimes it's simply trying to say, you need to take care of yourself better. You need to do something more to take care of yourself. Figure out what that is. Get to the root of the problem. Get to the cause of your pain. Pain is just a symptom. And that can be true with emotional pain as well. When stress is kind of a combination between emotional and physical and chronic. So that one's a special case. But emotional pain like heartbreak or grief or the loss of a special opportunity or job promotion or a business failed or, a breakup. Those are some of the most painful things in our lives that manifest emotionally in our physical lives. So, for example, you have a breakup that was not your idea. Maybe it's a significant person. Maybe it's someone that's, just important to you at the moment, but it still hurts. And we tend to ruminate on what that means going forward. I'm unworthy. It was my fault. I should have done something more. If only I'd done this. And maybe as men, we tend to focus our blame on the other person. Well, she changed, or, this person wasn't what I expected. So I need to get out because there's something better around the corner. Or maybe it's just boredom. I am not happy anymore. I don't really know why. I haven't really done anything wrong. But look at that cute girl over there. Or look at that cute boy over there. They seem to be giving me some attention because their life is empty. So they're just going to walk into mine, make me feel special, and destroy the person that I'm currently supposed to be in love with. Those scenarios are really, really bad juju in your life. And even if you're the one who kind of escapes from the bad situation and goes into something that seems better, when you leave behind a wake of destruction, that can't possibly feel good for you when you're starting something new. And our tendency is to just jump into that and ignore the pain that we cause others. And then that pain that they have to live with is significant. It can be debilitating. It can be life-altering. Many people don't just get over it easily. And if that can be not just a breakup in a love or romantic relationship, but if you get fired from a job that you really loved or that you weren't prepared to get fired from, and you didn't have any real understanding of what caused you to get fired. I mean, it's one thing if you lose all the company's money or you get them into a lawsuit or you fail to deliver on an important deadline. Those things, not necessarily reasons to get fired, but they are certainly a little more one-to-one when it comes to cause and effect. But significant times people get laid off or made redundant or pushed back or passed over or demoted into a position that or situation that is not their choosing, not to their liking, and that makes them feel bad. And so we go through our lives having that kind of pain. That's emotional rejection and self-esteem problems and lack of confidence that can really affect us going forward if we don't dig a little deeper and find out what's at the core of that pain. So, I've talked a little bit about emotional pain, physical pain, and chronic pain. Because if you don't resolve these things, what you get then is chronic pain, chronic heartache, chronic stress, chronic anger, chronic resentment. Those things are also forms of pain. They're negative emotions, but they hurt. Rather, they don't feel good. So next time, we're going to talk more about each of those things. So for now, I hope you've enjoyed this little walk with me for 10 minutes here on my channel on YouTube. Have a great day. Stay happy.